YouTube, top of the morning to you guys. Wanted y'all come along and see what it's like on a normal morning here with the Thomas family. Just got up a little while ago. Y'all can hear the groggliness in my voice. Got Kay in here. She working, can't show her computer screens, but say hey, baby. But yeah, she's already logged in and working. The little tiny ones are still asleep. My older kids, they're getting set up for virtual learning. I'm in the process of doing that, as y'all can see here on the table. In the process of still doing that. Got some transferring over to do and stuff like that. But in the meantime, the gruesome twosome. The gruesome twosome ready to eat, bugging me. King pulling at my robe. They ready to eat this morning. So nothing special this morning. They actually ate pretty good last night. So for this morning, I probably feed them today and let them fast tonight, and then follow back up tomorrow with regular dog kibble. As far as kibble goes, I wanted to show y'all this before I got ready to get rid of it, because I just finished out this bag this morning. This is Pure Balance. This is the lamb and rice mixture. Ain't the greatest dog food, but it was just something that we wanted to use currently to help with the growth process with King right now. It's a basic in-between dog food. It's not the top of the line, but it ain't the bottom either. We usually do Pure Balance, or not Pure Balance, so good Lord. We usually do Blue Buffalo. Blue Buffaloes, which is, not what they used to be, but it's still serviceable dog food. Like I said, you get out of your pets what you put into them. And with my dogs, I definitely make sure that they eat something that's pretty good for them. Waiting on, my mother-in-law to bring some eggs for me. Probably go ahead and just feed them now anyway, but I usually throw some eggs in there, leave the shells in there. We do some of this here. Coconut oil. I definitely want to keep them with a shiny coat. I'll show y'all what I mean after we do this feeding. Hey, hush it up, hush. Come on, in. Out there with the neighbor's dog as usual. Talking dog talk. Come on, Mike. You too, in. But yeah, pretty much get ready to feed them. Got some kibble, got some coconut oil. Sometimes I do a little rice if they have some stomach issues. It's a good thing for dogs if they have stomach issues. But last night I cut up some whole chickens and made some, I grinded up my grinder, made some chicken patties last night. So I got some raw chicken that I'm getting ready to give them. So, a lot of people, they hear all those myths that you heard growing up. Don't give your dogs meat and stuff like that, or it makes them vicious. That is one of the biggest tall tales I've ever heard. Okay, so she here bringing in the groceries now. Picked up a few things for us at Kroger this morning. Stopped at Kroger and get a few things, so I'll be able to give them the eggs with this mixture. Let me see. Got the eggs. Go ahead and throw this stuff in. Let me flip y'all around. So we got the eggs, which is just do a rough crack and just drop them in there. You don't have to be specific about it. And let's see, we'll give them today, we'll give them the spines today. Chicken spine, cut those out. Made some spatchcock chicken last night. Take that nice little basic breakfast, man, for my dogs. That's what I usually do. Like I said, to get whole chickens at my meat market is actually super cheap, so I definitely keep the raw food in the diet for them. But I also mix in things here and there. Sometimes some veggies with rice and stuff like that. So it's very inexpensive. A lot of people think it's expensive. If you have a fresh market and a meat market, it is not expensive. You can go and ask them for the scraps and things like that. So like I said, it's beneficial for your dog. Sometimes I'll actually let them get a little bit of oat milk. Not too much of it. But like I said, it's another thing that helps with the coat and cuts down on the itching and things like that. Even the shampoo that I use for my dogs, which we'll be getting into later videos on these dog tutorials. I use the Oatmeal brand beeswax shampoo and conditioner. Keep them, intact when it comes to itching and hot spots and things like that. So other than that, it's time to feed the boys. And after that, we're going to take a step outside. So, okay, boys. Go ahead, eat. As y'all can see, King is actually longer than Night. Night is 6 years old, just turned 6 in July, and King is 5 months. Won't turn 6 months until next month. So, yeah, King's growing tremendously. Pretty big, man. So, yeah, so the purpose of us getting a second dog, obviously, is because, number one, I wanted 2 dogs. But number 2, to get a companion for Night. We got this big backyard, and it's pretty much fenced in. And, he just needs somebody to play with. He needs somebody, to be able to run around in the big yard and just have a companion. Didn't want him to grow up alone. But at the same time, on a different type of level, you want to have, protection for your household. Coming from a man's perspective, when you're not around, you have some home protectors. But at the same time, if anything was to happen in this world, if you know how to do 2 things, then you should be all right. And that's grow food and hunt. And hunt, man. Definitely be, taking my dogs out in the wilderness and let them get into nature and things like that. So, instead of me chasing a chicken, I got a dog that can chase chickens, 2 of them. So you never know, man. But those are pretty much the reasons why I wanted 2 dogs. Personal reasons, but at the same time for security and for hunting purposes. I love dogs. When I was growing up, had a dog, had 2 dogs. Actually, my puppy ended up passing away. But my brother's dog, funny story, man. My brother's dog name was Princess, and she could not stand my brother. She loved me, let me do whatever I wanted. But my brother, I don't know what he did to the dog, but she could not stand him, man. She would instantly growl when he came into the room, and it was his dog. So yeah, but Princess was something else. She was so smart. Unlatched the gate to get out the gate and stuff like that, man. Just smart. So I'm rambling on too much. I'm rambling on entirely too much. But yeah, I'll see y'all in a second. Come here, you knuckleheads. Let them see your coat. See the coats. Stop. That's enough. See the coats. Nice shine to the coats. He actually got a little waviness going on his back. But all day long, these 2 running around all day long. All the way in the backyard, around the garage, in circles. In circles all day long. And it's what Night needed. Here comes Night around the garage. All day. They are something else, man. But yeah, like I said, nice big yard for them to run around. So wanted Night to have something. have a companion back here, somebody he can show the ropes and good Lord, just look at it. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, okay. Here. Here. Sit, 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 sit. Oh, there's Drew next door. I don't know if y'all can see him through the fence. White pit bull. He a little bit older, a little bit more cranky. But yeah, these two. Stop. Sit. But yeah, at first it was barking through the gate, but they don't really pay too much attention to it no more. But he's a nice dog, not vicious at all. I've met him. But yeah. Come here. Here, give me that. But yeah, I'll see y'all in a minute. Run around, get some exercise. Say what's up, MJ. I guess I need to go out here and do some poop scooping this morning. Come on. Already let him out to use the bathroom. Another thing I wanted to say about raw feeding, you know, like I said, a lot of people got these false theories and stuff about raw feeding. The thing is, you don't give your dog, look at my veg, hold on before I get in there, look at. Yeah, it's definitely fall. Look at my plant. It was so big and beautiful. Still got some tomatoes on there though. Actually quite a few. And this started out as one little sprout, but it's mint leaves all over the place. It expanded. Green onions are pretty much done too. Yeah, it's over with. I pretty much pulled up everything. I had a big old potato plant there in that hole, but I dug up all of my potato plants and all the other plants that was getting ready to get out of here, and put them in some pots and buckets, as y'all can see over there at the door. Those are all potato plants, so I'm trying to go ahead and wait before I harvest those. But other than that, I wanted to, you know, say something else about the raw feeding. It's not the raw meat, it's the cooked meat that's dangerous. The difference is with raw bones break clean, and cooked meat, the bones, they splinter instead of breaking clean, and that's when it gets really dangerous. I wouldn't recommend it if you have a small dog. Small dogs, you know, like I said, small teeth. I would rather say give them, if you give them meat, make sure it's boneless. Make sure it's boneless, or small, like little wingdings or something they can handle and break. My dogs are medium to large, potentially. And you know, I usually give them like medium size drumsticks and stuff like that. Or if I take a whole chicken and cut it down, whatever scraps I have off of that, I'll use that. But it does two purposes. Number one, when you feed your dog raw, less poop, smaller amounts of poop. But at the same time, it cleans their teeth. You know, the less bad breath. And that is, oh my God, I can't speak to that enough. Less bad breath. Dog food pellets, you know, usually have some things in them that ain't, you know, really ain't supposed to be in there. It's just like with us. You know, we eat healthy. You don't perspirate as much. Your breath isn't as bad. Your teeth isn't as rotten, you know. So when they're eating that type of thing, which, you know, like I said, dog kibble to me is pretty much considered like junk food to me. You can find some good brands out there, but you're going to pay a really, really hefty price. But when they eat that consistently and that's all they eat, yes, they're going to have bad breath. Yes, eventually as they get older, they're going to have teeth problems. And it's, like I said, it's just not good to feed them only kibble. That's my opinion. You know, dogs were not eating kibble over 100 years ago. They were eating what dogs eat, things out of nature, you know, what they hunted for. So, you know, chicken here and there, some rice. I'll take some carrots, green beans, sweet potatoes. Another thing I use a lot, sweet potatoes. Some of those things, mix them all together. Some eggs, some coconut oil. You know, pretty much try to do the barf diet. If you guys want to know what that is, you can look it up online. So the barf diet is, like I said, is so proven. You just can't argue with it. The results are totally different. And like I said, you just have a healthy, long living dog. All of the issues that you would have occur as far as joints in certain breeds and all these chronic issues. Some dogs, cancer, is simply because of what they're eating. Some of it is genetic with certain dogs, but with some dogs, it's definitely controllable. So, you know, that's all my opinion and my research. So you need to do your own. I tell people all the time, do your own research. Just don't take my word for it, but I've seen the results. So with that said, man, just wanted to show y'all what we do in the morning. As far as King and Night, neighbor's dog is out. Drew, he's something else, man. He's another pit bull. Yeah, everybody has a dog over here. Literally everyone on this block has a dog. And probably out of those dogs, probably 60% of them are pit bulls, surprisingly. And I live on a block with a lot of retired and a lot of older people. We're the youngest on the block. We're the only, two African-American houses on the block. So, you know, like I said, pit bulls in this neighborhood are a thing because a lot of people have them and they're well trained. You know, all the myths about pit bulls, don't listen to that garbage. It's the owner. It is the owner. Any dog will become vicious if the owner is mistreating them. So I absolutely love them. Night is a mixture of pit bull terrier and Labrador. So, you know, so it's I got the proof in the pudding. My dogs are not vicious towards anybody. So if you raise them right, you train them right, yeah, it's no issues. So with that said, just wanted to chat with y'all about the pups, and you know, we'll keep this thing going. We'll definitely keep this thing going because I'm involved with them a lot. We're going to be doing some we're going to be taking the next stage of training for King over here. King is 5 months, so it's time for me to start working on a few more things as far as training. He's house trained. He knows sit, stay, and the basics. It's time for me to do some more training and get the pool toys out and stuff like that. So it should get fun. It should definitely get fun because we got a pretty nice fall ahead of us, and it's probably going to be a rough winter. So, you know, the walks, the hikes, and things like that, I'm taking you guys along. This is just part 1 of that series. So with that said, I'll catch you guys later, man. Y'all be safe. Be blessed.